course, the loss of jobs from this area due to Russell's or Fruit of the Loom's exodus to Bowling Green, and of course NAFTA and CAFTA, that just totally obliterated our manufacturing industry in the country. The solution to that is for the mayor and the city council to continue to push not only the Economic Development Alliance, but also the Chamber of Commerce to work harder, to seek out businesses that are interested in relocating or expanding, and to go out and solicit those businesses back to Alex City. We have to expand our small business in order to attract the larger industries, and I think we could work harder, and we need to continue to push those two entities to go out and do that job as effectively as they can. We've allowed it to go on unattended for so many years that we're having to spend massive amounts of money to get it back up to par. Over the last couple of years, we've spent several $100,000 trying to rehabilitate our sewer system, and we're continuing to work with that. And we've made some short steps in repairing our roads. I know the people of Alex City, as well as myself, are not fond of tar and gravel roads. And my solution to that is to cut wasteful spending within the city and redirect those monies that we save toward a road maintenance program so that it doesn't build up on us again in the future, and we can do a little along to keep from getting so far behind. I think there's too many regulations in place that prevent those businesses from growing or even coming here in the first place. I've heard countless times where a business owner or a potential business owner would come through Alex City looking to establish a business here, only to be disgruntled at the hoops, if you will, that they have to jump through just to get the doors open so they go elsewhere. I would be in favor of relaxing some of those regulations and taking those business owners by the hand and leading them through the way to get their doors open and create new jobs here and increase our tax base.
Job creation, industry, recruitment, and retention. That's one of the main issues, because our unemployment numbers are hovering around 12% for the county and probably a little bit less for the city. Putting people back to work is going to be one of the #1 issues, whoever the administration might be. The ability to attract industry, the ability to sell this city as a place to be is going to be a big issue coming up for the next few years. With the economy the way it is, it's going to be a tough sell. And I want to go ahead and say, I have no magic wand. I have no shoes that I can click together. I have no magic portion. But what I do have is a strategic plan that I've been putting together for the last few months that will guide this city in the right direction. Of course, our education system is going to be a top priority for any industry or professionals considering moving here in the city. So one of the things we're going to have to do is just make sure that we support our school system. Everyone knows that we have a tremendous debt, school debt, which I'm not afraid of that, because that's something that can be resolved. I have some plans for help reducing that school debt, but at the same time, we've got to pay our teachers well. We've got to encourage our kids, because the educated workforce is going to be the direction that we're going to have to be going in as far as attracting the industry. Not only an educated workforce, but a diverse workforce. Infrastructure-led economic growth is going to be a key issue, simply because when the industries look at places, they're going to be able to say, well, for instance, if we come into your city, do you have the infrastructure to support what we're offering you all? Do you have the ability to expand infrastructure? Do you have the land? All those things are going to be questions that industries are going to ask, and they're going to be questions that we're going to have an answer to. Any municipality or city or county that's serious about growth knows that infrastructure-led economic growth is going to be key to bringing in new industry. It's not something you plan after thought, it's something you plan before thought.
Industrial development's just going to have to be, everybody wants a new industry, you know, every little community. So we'll have to work with the existing Economic Development Alliance. We need to decide on what we as consumers want in our town, what kind of industry we want, and go after them. We've got to knock on doors. I would like to develop a program where, one, we have an annual report that's given by the city to the citizens of Elliott City, but I also like to consider that on down into a monthly newsletter that tells the citizens or the utility customers, which is that's our easiest way to get to our citizens is through the utility system. Their bill should consider a letter that gives us the updates of what's going on with the city, road projects, water projects, committee vacancies that people might want to apply for, meeting dates. All that's done real easy, small newsletter out once a month, goes in the utility bill, send it out to everybody. As far as the financial stability, we will have to learn to live within our means. I don't want to leave a government that our kids and grandkids have got to pay for. So sustainability, we've got to get down to right to the nuts and bolts of that.
Of course, everybody says wants you to bring jobs, and I want jobs as much. I've never voted against any of the economic projects that we've had in the county. I will work hard toward bringing jobs. I went with some of the other people, one of the city councilors on the trip, went to Korea, and we talked with 4 businesses there. We've already had one of them to apply back to the county to get a proposal from the county. I think first of all, to bring industry to town, you got to have something to attract. Of course, it's all about them making money. When initially they're not interested in the lake, they're not interested in how big the town or how many miles. It's where they can come and make money. It's all about them making money. But I think you got to build your trust. We've got good workforce here in the Alexander City area and the surrounding areas. So I think that's attractive to industries that's coming to town. But first of all, you got to build that trust. You got to be friendly, and we got to be a friendly town. And I think we all need to walk around and instead of complaining about things that's going wrong, talk about the good things that Elliott City has to offer. I think any industry that's coming to town, any tourist, anybody thinking about opening up a retail business of any type or any industry coming into town, I think they look at our roads, the condition of our roads, and I think if it's any way possible, we need to work toward bettering that opportunity so that it does look better for our city. To come in on a tar and gravel road in a city that size of Alexander City is not the best look to come into town. And I know the city's strapped for money, I feel sure, but then we need to figure out some way. It might be possible, and it's not to raise tax. I'm against raising tax on anything. I think there should be some way that we could strive to get that a better road coming into town. Asphalt roads is what I'm saying. The roads coming into town, when they're grown up, when you got trash and all on the roads, it looks bad, people come in town. We're trying to attract tourists, and we're trying to attract industry into town. So I think we need to strive to make the citizens or make them think in some way what it does when they throw out a styrofoam cup, or what it does when they throw out a napkin or a sack, a hamburger sack or something. I mean, the cleanliness of any town, adds to the looks of it.
We need more industry in here in Elliott City. We need industry that's going to pay a good salary, a comfortable salary, and when we say that, we're talking not $8 to $12 an hour, but we're looking at $15 to $20, $25 an hour with good benefits. That to me is something that we need to be truly going after. We have the ability of industrial parks that are local in the Elliott City area, and I preferably would love to see one in the Elliott City limits. With that not being the case right now, we need to support what's going on in the Lake Martin Industrial plant down in Dable, and also the one at the Kelton Industrial Park here. But those are two things that I think that we have to be really site ready and infrastructure ready. When I say infrastructure ready, we need to have everything in place, because when these companies come here, they're looking to come to Elliott City and get started right away. And we don't need to keep them or hold them up from being able to get out there and being productive, hiring employees, and generating some new sales tax dollars in Elliott City. We right now have a road maintenance program going on that's going to be between $850,000 to $1 million a year of annual road maintenance each year, annually, instead of doing it one time every 4 years. We've got a new rehabilitation program going on for our sewage program. We've got to continue to do this. What's happened in the past is our infrastructure in-house. We've had great tax dollars coming in, and we've been able to repair what we needed to repair when they broke down. The tax dollars aren't here anymore. So we have to put some type of annual plan in place, and that's what we've done. And I think that's going to help us offset some of our needs. So, when you look at job creation and you look at being ready, to bring these companies in and having sites and things like that ready, that's a priority. But I think a bigger priority to us is to make sure that our citizens do not lose or do not get set back by anything that we're doing over and beyond, because our citizens are the most important thing in Alex City. Let's have our roads and our streets and our utilities in good shape.